Here with Lehigh's Mason Beckman. Mason, how you doing?
Doing real well.
What do you think of the Who's Number One tonight?
It was an awesome event. Flo has done a phenomenal job. Willie Saylor in particular. This is his baby. It's his brainchild. And he's done an outstanding job of getting all the best high school kids from across the United States together in the Lehigh Valley here in Grace Hall. You know, we're blessed to call it home all the time, but it's a great venue, a hotspot for wrestling, and he really gives these kids a chance to compete at the highest level. Fretwell and those guys have come up with some really cool gear. And then, of course, Hamlin and Perry was a lot of fun. It was nice to see Robert Hamlin at Grace Hall one more time.
Yeah. For those who have not been to Grace Hall Caruso Wrestling Center, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Man, it's hard to explain. You kind of got to feel it, but they don't just cheer for points. They don't just cheer for wins and losses. The fans here are incredibly knowledgeable. They sell the place to the rafters. They'll cheer for a guy, you know, an unknown freshman that comes in and wrestles the #1 guy in the country. If he scrambles out of a takedown, they'll cheer for that. You know, if you pull off an upset, you pin a guy, you attack a guy, they'll blow the roof off this building. And I've told it before, first top 20 win I had in my career, I got out with 3 seconds to go and a ride out to win. And I could, as I walked the front, I could feel the building shake.
I was here for that. It was awesome.
Yeah, it really is an incredible place. And we're so lucky that we have the fan base that we do, the support from our alum, from people who were never involved with Lehigh wrestling, that just fell in love with it. The entire Lehigh Valley, we're really blessed that we have the support we do.
Okay, so back to you. What are your goals for the season? How are you feeling going into the beginning of the season?
I'm extremely excited. I feel great. I'm clicking better than I ever have. As far as goals go, obviously, you wrestle to win a national title. But short term, every day I come in and try to get a little bit better. You don't get 100% better in one night, but if you get 1% better every day over the course of a season, you look up and all of a sudden you are 100% better. So just little by little, day by day, working to push myself, push my teammates. I was lucky enough to be Nathaniel Brown and myself, the team captains this year. So him and I are really excited. We're trying to lead the charge, push our teammates. We really think we can do something special, bring Lehigh wrestling back into the top 10 where it was our true freshman year. So we want to bring home a trophy before we're done here, and that's a big goal. That's every bit as big as anything we can do.
Nice. Can you tell me who you're working out with?
A lot of guys. Darian and Randy Cruz, Lake Gardner, Drew Longo, Scotty Parker, the list goes on and on, Tim Shanko, Mealy. It's nice. I have probably 10 different workout partners anytime I walk into the room. We've got an enormous roster right now, upwards of 35. We're almost close to 40 if everybody's healthy. Gerard Garnett just came in, our new volunteer assistant coach. He's a great workout partner. Joey McKenna's around a lot with the Lehigh Valley Athletic Club. And all kinds of guys. Speaking of Lehigh Valley Athletic Club, a lot of the kids wrestling here tonight from the Pennsylvania, New Jersey area are LVAC kids. Yeah. So, again, I'm in a really good situation. I'm blessed to have a lot of partners that can push me and help me, force me to a higher level.
All American last year. What do you come back in the off season and work on?
Everything. You can never be too good in any one position. But my biggest thing would definitely be continuing to wrestle, continuing to attack and try to score points. Sometimes I let my head get too much into it and I shut myself down. I'm best when I'm opened up and scoring points. I have a lot of different attacks that I can use in all three positions. But if I focus too much on wins and losses instead of just going and having fun, enjoying the sport that I'm lucky enough to be able to live and have paid for my education every day. If I just go let it fly and let myself have fun, and my hands, my feet are moving, and that's another thing we've been working on, moving my hands, moving my feet, but just continuing to score above all else.
Okay. So, a couple more questions. How old were you when you started wrestling? And go ahead.
How old was I? Before I ever started kindergarten, for sure. My Father Ron was actually one of my coaches from the time I started, from the time I came out of the womb up until I got here to Lehigh. It was blessed with a great relationship with him. You see a lot of father-son, coach-athlete relationships across all sports kind of fall apart over the years. My dad and I, we talk on the phone for probably over an hour every day to this day.
Nice.
My older brother, 4 years older than I, he got me into sport as well. I used to go to tag along to practice when I was 3 or 4 years old. My dad would be running it, my brother would be wrestling it, I'd be sitting on the side playing with my toy trucks. Somebody needed a drill partner, I would jump in, and it just slowly built and built and built from doing a few step drive steps every night to drilling regularly, and all of a sudden part of it.
So you've been wrestling almost your entire life, out of the womb, like you said.
Yeah.
What do you love about the sport?
Everything. And it's a cliche, I know, but if I had to pick one thing, I would say that it teaches you things about yourself that you would never know otherwise. Because of the nature of our sport, it pushes you mentally and physically in ways that not a lot of things can. Between the long practices, wrestling in a lot of ways, it's not that far. There's a reason we have success in MMA. It's not that far away from a street fight. It's really a battle. You're physically trying to force someone to do something they don't want to do. You have no one to blame but yourself, so when you're making mistakes and you can't get something right, it is frustrating with yourself. You have to learn to grow, and you are put into dark places. Not necessarily in a bad way, but you're put in dark places in a sense that you're forced to figure things out for yourself, and you learn who you are. You learn how hard you're willing to fight, what you're willing to fight for. And it's really helped me, not just me, all of us. You ask any one of those kids that wrestled out there tonight, it's helped us all become the people we are. And I think it's why you see wrestlers go on and do such good things in life, because they know how to fight and they know how to compete, and they're always trying to better themselves.
Nice. Last question. How do you see your season going?
I'm just excited. It's always hard to predict results, because as soon as you try to predict results, somebody throws a wrench in it. But I'm really excited. I think this season could have some special things for Lehigh Wrestling. We got a great team. We got a ton of talent and guys that work like crazy. It really is a family. Everybody's still together. We had everybody here. We had 35 guys here tonight. So it's a special group. It's a group that fights hard. For my season personally, I'm just itching to get back on the 2 weeks at the All-Star event and get the season rolling. Hopefully, go try to make some noise.
Nice. Thanks for taking time talking to True Wrestling.
Thank you.